Well, hello there, KK fam. If you love shrimp and coconut, you're going to love this very delicious coconut shrimp fried rice. Come, let's do some cooking. So to start, I'm going to boil my rice. This is 4 cups of Jasmine rice, pre-washed. So this is a quick recipe, so I'm going to use coconut milk from the can. This is 13 ounces of coconut milk. Pour all of that in here. Now I'm going to add some water. This is 2 cups of water. Stir. I want to have my rice starting off with a good flavor, you know, rice to be well seasoned. So I'm going to add some salt. This is about a teaspoon of salt. This way your rice does not cook bland, and so when you do your actual fried rice, it's going to come out tasty. I've rinsed off my milk can with about 1/3 cup of water, added that. Now I'll cover my pot and let the rice cook. Check in on the rice. Just stir it and allow the moisture to cook it through. Cover back.
Can you smell the aroma? From what she was kitchen.
Rice is perfectly cooked now. I'm just going to transfer it into another bowl and let it cool off before we fry. This is the part you could have done the previous day, so your fried rice is quicker. So I'm letting my wok warm up. I'm going to be toasting some coconut flakes. These are unsweetened, and it comes in this package. I'm just going to make sure it is toasted until it is golden, just for a little bit of cake, you know, a little bit of crunch and texture and flavor. Coconut, great deal of flavor and texture to your fried rice. If you don't really like this, you could pretty much just do the coconut milk and skip this part with the coconut flakes, but trust me, it's going to make it even more special. You know, the coconut has its own oils which it is releasing here, so it's toasting beautifully. Imagine all this fragrance being released into your fried rice, you know. You want to make sure that your fire is not all the way up high, because you don't want to burn this. I think my coconut is beautifully toasted now. I want to be careful because I don't want it to burn. I'm going to transfer this onto a plate to cool, and then we'll make the actual fried rice. I'm going to pour a little bit of avocado oil into my wok. I'm going to place my shrimp in my wok. To that, I'm going to add my white pepper, some salt, spread it out, and allow it to cook. I'm going to crack 2 eggs. Add just a little bit of salt, then beat it. Now set that aside. My shrimp is perfectly cooked and ready to come out. I'm not going to waste my flavors in here, so to that I'm going to add some oil that I'm going to use to make the fried rice. Let's say about 2 tablespoons. To this I'm going to add the white part of my scallions. So I cut off the white part first before I cut the green. So that is going to go in here to fry, introduce some flavor and fragrance. I also have about 2 teaspoons ginger paste, freshly ground. I'm going to add that in there as well. Stir it up. And let it fry. We're gonna go the lazy route. Remember, this is supposed to be a quick recipe, and so I'm gonna push all this aside. Try to get the oils in the front. Pour my egg here, and we're going to scramble it. Once the egg is almost cooked, you're just going to mix it with everything in the pan. Let it pick up all the flavors. Now I'm going to add in my carrots. This is diced carrots. My garden peas. Mix everything up. Show it some love with a little bit of salt, because you want your veggies to be well seasoned at every stage of your fried rice process. That is how this fried rice is going to come out, tasting mwah. And everybody's going to love it. I'm going to add just a little bit more oil, maybe about 2 teaspoons more. You don't want your rice coming out dry, so just a little bit. I'm going to introduce my soy sauce in here. That's about 2.5 tablespoons. I like to let the soy sauce cook a little bit, because like I always say, I don't like the smell of it. And I think it's a perfect time to add my rice, which has cooled off beautifully at this point. You can choose to add it in batches, especially if you're making a big batch of fried rice, but this is just a little bit. It's manageable. And so I'm just going to go ahead and mix it in. Now, is this gorgeous or it is gorgeous? Is this going to be delicious or is going to be scrumptious? Tell me. Look at how beautiful this is. You know? And if you like it any darker, you could go ahead and add a little bit more. Now I'm going to add just a tablespoon of oyster sauce. For just a little pizzazz, you know. Just a little bit of that. Just because we can. Stir everything. Make sure that the oyster sauce is well mixed up in here. And we're introducing coconut flakes, toasted coconut flakes. And because we care so much about presentation, I'm going to leave about this much later on to go on top of it to make it even more beautiful when it goes on the table. Let me taste for salt. Okay, this is gonna be good. I'm gonna add in my shrimp. Stir it up. I think I could use just a little bit more soy sauce for a little bit more color. And now to cap everything off, we are going to add our scallions, which I always like to add at the very end. Mix it all in. And once the scallions are in here, stirred up in here, I don't want it to cook any longer because I want it to be fresh. I want it to be fragrant. I want the color, the texture to be there. So I'm going to turn off my flame, continue stirring, and that is it. This coconut shrimp fried rice is done. So it's like I have two of my favorite things here, coconut shrimp and fried rice, all together here.
Tasty.
Because toasted coconut is an integral part, because the coconut is an important part of the recipe, you wanna, or I choose to garnish with the coconut on top, bearing in mind that nobody has any nut allergy. That's why I made this. And there we go. This is now ready for the table.
Delicious. 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 Delicious, yeah. Delicious. Da-da. Delicious, yeah. Delicious. Da-da-da. Delicious.
This is one very simple dish that you are going to definitely nail, and anybody that eats it is going to love it. So I really hope you give it a try. Kindly give me a thumbs up and share. And until I come your way next time with something delicious, be loving, be kind, be happy. Do you like it?
I want a more sweat.